Hello students, very good morning. In the last class I taught you what is pointer as well as how to define pointer variables. Pointer is also a variable but it stores only the address of other variable. How to define pointers: data type asterisk and pointer name, data type asterisk and pointer name, pointer equals to address of the variable. Okay, this is what we studied in the last class. How to initialize pointers: pointer equals to address of variable. In today's class, first I teach you advantages of using pointers as a bird's view. The use of pointers in programming results into concise and efficient program. The program whichever we write now, that needs to work with high speed. Then how to write such programs? By using pointers it is possible. Even you can write small program also that works with high speed. That is what we call concise and efficient program. We are the programmers. If we use pointers, then only we are able to write very small and efficient programs by using pointers. This is one answer. One more is dynamic memory allocation. Dynamic memory allocation means we allocate the memory during program run only. Till today we wrote many programs. In every program we allocated the memory well in advance. In 10, I, A of 100, okay. If the n value is 200 now, we cannot store 200 values in A of 100, shortage of memory. If I enter n as 50, we can store, but 50 memories are wasted. What is the drawback of array? Int A of 100. What is the drawback of it? If n is 50, 50 memories we use, 50 memories are wasted. If we enter n as 200, we have allocated only 100 memories. Shortage of memory means sometimes we are wasting the memory, sometimes we are facing shortage of memory. Now how to solve this problem? That is possible by dynamic memory allocation. Dynamic memory allocation means we read the n value. If n value is 17, we allocate 17 memories only, neither more nor less. Neither more nor less. We are not wasting the memory. It is possible by only pointers. It is possible by pointers. That is called as dynamic memory allocation. This is static memory allocation. Which one is called as static memory allocation? We allocate the memory well in advance. Dynamic means what? We allocate the memory during program run. That is what we call dynamic memory allocation. By using pointers it is possible. That one I explain you. Don't worry. The required number of memories can be allocated by using pointers, neither more nor less. That is called dynamic memory allocation. For that one we use built-in function like malloc, then we use calloc, then we use realloc, and to free the memory we use free memory allocation, calloc, realloc, free. These are dynamic memory allocation functions. In the next class I teach you. Sorry. And using pointers we can create our own data types like linked list we can create, queue we can create, stack we can create, tree we can create, graph we can create, set we can create. You learn all these things while learning data structure subject in higher semester. Computer science and engineering, you can't imagine computer science and engineering without linked list, without queue, without stack, without tree, without graph, without set. You learn all these things in third semester. You don't know pointers, you can't work with these things. That's why pointers are really very important. ADT. ADT stands for advanced data types or advanced data structures. You can create only by using pointers. These are all advantages of pointers. We can use pointers with arrays also. We can use pointers with strings also. We can use pointers with user defined functions also. You can use pointers with all. That is what we call advantages of using pointers. I hope you understood advantages of using pointers. What are the disadvantages? Uninitialized pointers may create errors. That means I defined one pointer variable. I defined one pointer variable int asterisk IP. I have not assigned any value. I have not assigned the address like this. Without assigning the address, I use IP directly. Without doing it, then errors will come. Errors will come. That's why you need to be very careful. Uninitialized pointers may create errors in program. and pointers errors, it's very difficult for you to remove. You need to be thorough with pointers. And dynamically allocated memory must be freed, deallocated. I allocate the memory by using malloc, I allocate the memory using calloc, realloc. Once the work completes, you have to deallocate it, otherwise it may create problem for you. That is what we call dynamically allocated memory must be deallocated compulsory. Pointers updated with incorrect values may lead to memory corruption. Oh, you need to be very careful. Pointers are helpful, but you need to be very careful while using pointers. In interview also they ask you what are the advantages of using pointers, what are the drawbacks. You need to have the knowledge of all these things so that you can answer correctly. In today's class I taught you advantages of using pointers as well as disadvantages of using pointers. In the last class already I taught you how to define pointers. This is the syntax. Int n equals to 7, address is 800, okay, hexadecimal value 0x. Then IP is a pointer, IP equals to address of n, this 800 will be stored here. This is then how to get the value. Okay, this topic I teach you now. Example to work with the integer pointer. Now n is having 7, n is having 7 and address is 800. Integer pointer I have, IP equals to address of n, address of n is 800, 800 is stored here. Now without using pointer I access n, address of n is %d, address of n is 800, contents of n, that is 7. Now what I do, I get the address as well as contents of n using pointers. Okay, how to do it? Address of n equals to %d. Where is the address of n? In IP. I am getting the same answer. I want to get the value at address. I want to get the contents of this memory. Then contents of n is one value. What is that? Asterisk IP. How to read it? Do you know? Address, value at address, value at address. What is the address? 8,000, 800. Value at address 800. What is value at address 800? 7. I got the 7. That means you can work with this memory without using pointers also, using pointers also. Without using pointers, name of the memory we use, address of the memory we use. With the pointer, that pointer is having the address of that memory, we get the value at address, and this symbol helps us to define pointer variable as well as helps us to get the value at address also. How to read it? Value at address. Please remember this sentence, value at address, value at address 800. See one more example. What is the variable name? AVG. What is the value inside? 88.88. What is FP? File pointer. What is the address of AVG? That will be stored in FP. Okay, assume that address is 9000. 9000 will be stored in file float pointer. Address of variable is available in FP, that is 9000. Contents of AVG. Value at address 9000. What is the value at address 9000? 88.88. This is how to work with the memories without using pointers and using pointers. This knowledge helps you a lot. Okay, how to get the address? We use ampersand operator. How to get the value at address? We use dereference operator. This is called as dereference operator. What is the name of it? Dereference operator. Dereference operator helps us to define pointer variables as well as to get the value at address. You may get a question on address operator and dereference operator. You can explain in your own way. Address operator helps us to define, to get the address of variable. Asterisk, this is called as dereference operator. This is unary operator. We work with only one operand. This helps us to define pointer variables as well as to get the value at address. That means in today's class I taught you advantages as well as disadvantages of pointer, as well as I taught you how to work with the memories using pointers and without using pointers. How to get the address? We use ampersand operator. How to define pointer variables? Dereference operator. Or how to get the value at address? Dereference operator. Please see the video once again, read my notes, definitely you understand. Please practice all these examples on paper. If you have any doubts, please ask. Thank you. Have a nice day. Take care.